What is goody with y'all fellas out there? It's your boy Vulcan here, and I'm back with another video. And firstly, I want to announce that we've officially hit 3-digit subscriber count. Woo! Thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. I was supposed to hit 100 subs in like summer, but I never uploaded videos consistently. But we got there at the end of the day, and that's all that matters, right? Back to the task at hand. As you can see, we are playing MementoMori, and we will be giving it a nice solid review as a beginner. And I say as a beginner because sometimes people forget, like, the review's not entirely accurate 100%, but I call BS on that because I'm a beginner, so I'm not gonna know too much stuff right off the rip. But I will try to play as much as needed and give a nice solid review from what I've experienced. And that's exactly what I did with Memento Mori, except I didn't really do as much commentary while I was playing the game. So I'll just be showing it in the background while I give it a nice solid review. So let's do that. Starting off with the best thing by far in this game is the visuals. The visuals in this game are phenomenal compared to other games of this category. So things like AFKR Arena and I guess Idol Huntress. The visuals are out of the goddamn ballpark. I'm sorry. In every way, shape, and form. The only place where the visuals lack is the UI IMO. It's a little old fashioned, a little crusty, but if you can get past that, I mean, like, come on. It's basically like a solid 11 out of 10. I'm just going to be honest. Second thing I enjoy about this game is the voice acting. And I don't necessarily mean the voice acting is like very good, like it's an Oscar winning performance or something. I mean, like, there's a lot of voice acting to the point where you could tell that the developers really cared about this game when they launched the game. They got way too much voice acting, I want to be honest. Like, they got voice acting in the tutorial, they got voice acting in the story, they got voice acting in when they're battling, when the units are battling, I mean. Like, there's a lot of freaking voice acting right off the rip. And you know what? I'm all for it. Another solid thing about this game is definitely the story. For me though, it was a little lackluster. Not it's nothing bad, don't get me wrong. It's just that it's a lot to take in, and it may not be as exciting as you would think right off the rip, but it's definitely more progressive than something like Free Fantasia Charm and Conquer. Jesus Christ, I never want to play that game or read the story ever again in that game. But in this game, it's a drastic improvement. It's definitely on the same caliber of like other established older gacha games, IMO. Let's move into the stuff that I'm like kind of iffy about. The summoning part is the rates are really good, or not really good, but the pity here on some of the banners are really good. Like, as you can see, for the Prayer of the Cursed, you have a guaranteed super rare, which is the highest rarity in this game if you do not account Awakening, which I believe Awakening is like you get multiple copies, which also increases their rarity. But you get a guaranteed super rare, which is the highest rarity that you can get in the gacha in 110 pull. Like, come on, that's absolutely crazy. Usually they only do it for like the second best. So pretty stoked about that. And there's also a way where you can kind of choose characters, which is a little interesting as well. And there is a pity of 300 pulls. This is on a limited banner, but there is a pity on 300 pulls right here. This Witch's Invitation, which allows you to choose any super rare character, which is it's a little much, to be honest. But like, I think 200 pulls is like should be the standard, or maybe a little less for this game. I'm not too sure, but 300, it's still reasonable, can't complain. And the rates, as you can see, super rare characters 4.46%, rare characters 43%, normal characters 51%. The rates, I think they're a little imbalanced, but it's definitely like pretty fair. Like, A 4.5% for the highest rarity character is definitely solid, but for a rare character, like 43% and a normal at 51, like I honestly feel like the rare character's rarity or percentage should be lower, but I mean, what do I know? I'm not a statistician here. My only issue with the gacha, which I could be completely wrong, so feel free to correct me, is getting the crystals, which is the currency you use to summon here. I don't know if it's easy to obtain or difficult to obtain. So, if it is difficult to obtain as a free to play player, or I guess any other player, then that's my only issue. But if not, then forget what I said, and I'm bumping up the gotcha to a grade A. The main thing that I really don't like about this game is the gameplay. I'm gonna be honest. The gameplay is very lackluster. There's no like strategy you can implement. And I know the game's an AFK RPG before you guys ramble on. But typically what I kind of look for in an AFK RPG is, some sort of like strategy you can implement like before you actually enter combat. So, kind of like what Brave 9 did, if you guys know that game. Brown Dust or Brave 9. Um, Basically, you set up your units in a formation, and then you click start, and then they auto battle. Kind of a similar thing to AFK Arena, even where you have your units, and then you can kind of control when you use their skills, or you can just let the AI do it for you. In this game, there's none of that. So let's just go to like a boss battle real quick, so I can show you. So here's the gameplay. Um, I do have the sounds off because I'm making a recording here, but you can see the visuals like itself, like the animation itself is it's nice, honestly. It's beautiful. But like whenever I try to play the game or something, or I try to target somebody, like it doesn't work, and it can mess up your gameplay. And in the future, when you are hitting harder content, it will make the gameplay very RNG heavy because the enemies will be targeting random units. So you could have 5 units attack uh, one of your healers and you lose, or they could just each attack 1 unit and all your units will be alive to activate their skills. So there is a potential like problem with that in the future, um, in that regard. But I mean, other than that, the game's pretty solid. If you're looking for a true idle game, this one's not bad. The only problem is that like you have to press begin battle literally after every time you do this. Unlike I think in some other games, it kind of has a countdown and then it starts the next battle. Uh, but that's my only main concern. I'm that just might be my bias because I really do not like AFK RPGs all that much. Oh, I forgot the music. I almost forgot about the music. The music in this game is fucking insane. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The music is already like pretty solid. I'm not saying it's like the best music I ever heard. It's not like the next Eminem music or something. But whenever I summoned for a super rare character, they each had their own ass like anime intro, I swear to God. And like some of the story characters you get when you're doing the tutorial. They had their own like separate music whenever you got them. And I thought that was like pretty neat and pretty special, a special touch to the game. And again, it shows that the game devs really do appreciate this game. Anyway, overall, game's pretty solid. Main thing you would look for in this game is definitely the story and the visuals and the music. Those are the main things. But mainly the story because I think the story is what would keep you playing in the game, and maybe the visuals and the music to kind of help support the story and set you in the mood, sort of. So it helps elevate the story, which will keep you hooked. The further you progress, the more story you unlock technically. So it kind of gives you a reason to want to play the game. Unlike other AFK RPG games where they're kind of just like ripping you out of your money, this one, it has a little sauce to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I'm giving this game a solid. I'll give it like a 8.5 out of 10, even a 9. The game's definitely not for like everybody, and this is definitely not a game where you should just purely solo. And when I mean solo, I mean like you should not just be playing this game. You should only play this game, or it's probably better if you play this game as like a side game. So you have your main gacha game where the main game you want to focus, and then you have kind of this game running on in the background, or whenever you're bored of playing your main game, you can come to this game and kind of enjoy it for what it is. That'll be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, maybe you didn't like my opinion or my review, maybe you think I'm biased or something, go ahead, leave a comment. Love you guys. Y'all get out of here. And hope to see you guys next time. Peace.